Hello my friends, welcome back to some more Dead Space remastered, reforged. Everybody knows that things that get reforged get a bad name, get a bad rap. Ah, yes, brothers, it's been a few days. We're here to drink some vodka milkshake. We're here to smoke some weed. If the weed can and will be smoked. We're just going to sit here for a while. I know there's only a few of you, so we're just going to sit a while for a minute. For others to come. There were a few others who wish to join. A few others who wish to see. A few other potatoes. Yes. We must cater to the potato class. You shouldn't insult their computers by calling them potatoes. I will, though. That's why they are the potato class. That's why we play the video games that they can't. This game can't be run by everybody's computer, so we do what we can to help them. So while we wait for them to join us, we sit back, we smoke some weed. Yeah, smoke some weed, brothers, yeah. This game is rough. Guys, this game is rough. This is like Chronos the New Dawn, but worse. Now, some of you are going to be upset, so I'm going to try and get this, try and get ahead of this. For those of you who don't know, I have played this game before. The version of it that I played was on was on disc, was on PlayStation, if I remember correctly. And I must have beat through the game probably about 14 or 15 times. The goal being to beat it, spending as little resources and as little health packs as possible to try and get a surplus. The goal was to get a surplus so I could do hardcore mode. But I never got around to it. So what we're going to do in this time instead, people are going to say it's a little cheesy, but what I did was I fired up my very old, painfully old system. It took me a while to find it. I looked at what the amounts of loot that I had. I estimated about what it was, and then I used mods to pump this character full of gear and items and money and nodes. The same amount that I had on my old account, the same amount that I had saved from my 14 plus playlists. So without preserving the weapon schematics and without preserving all of the suit upgrades and without preserving any of the nodes that I had spent, I estimated the amount that I had saved up, which turned out to be about 98. So I gave myself 96 nodes. And I had about 200k credits, so I gave myself 200k credits. So we're going to play this on the hardest difficulty. We're not going to play it with mods that make you invulnerable. We're not going to play it with mods that give you more armor or bonus damage or infinite kinesis. In fact, I've already turned the mods off. So basically, I have modded this Let's Play to give me, in the remastered version, my loot that I had saved up from the original version. And I couldn't quite do it for all the loot, but I did do it for all the nodes and all the cash. I don't have the ammo that I'd saved up, and I don't have the weapon upgrades spent that I'd saved up. So I won't have access to any of the really badass weapons. But I'll be able to get those over time. So thank you. Yes, welcome. Welcome. Welcome, my friends. Welcome to this newest Let's Play series. We just gotta smoke some weed, bros. We just gotta smoke some weed and drink some booze. Oh, preferably both at the same time. That's right, we're drinking mud shakes. Vodka mud shakes, brothers. That's right, we have to go to work in a few hours, brothers. We can't play too long. What's my phone say? Let's find out. Let's see, we have to go to work at... Let's think. Nine hours. We have to leave and be there in 9 hours. Which means we have to be out of the shower in 8 hours. Which means we have to wake up in 7 hours. So we have about 6 hours to fuck around on here. Yeah, that's good. Yes, welcome, my friends, welcome. Did you miss any of the stream? No, not really. How far have you gotten? Not very far. Are you going to turn on invulnerability hacks? A lower, lesser man would, if you wanted to enjoy the story without getting killed over and over. But I cranked the difficulty to max so that they would have more damage, so that they could do more damage, so it would be harder. Because you know me, brothers. I do a max difficulty inebriated gaming. I smoke a bunch of weed, I drink a bunch of booze, and I play the games on the max difficulty, because honestly, how could you possibly make it any harder? And I totally did not watch all of Markiplier's complete Let's Play through this already. I promise. I like saving. This smells correct. Yes, that's right. To quote Hearthstone, this smells correct. So now with practically, not unlimited, but greatly enhanced resources, I'll be able to play the game without feeling poor. Because I remember playing through the game the first 3 or 4 times, you feel really poor. And then once you get to about the 5th or the 6th time through, you start to feel like you're really on the groove, because you've got all the stuff, right? You get all that crazy stuff from, I think it's chapter 8 out of 12. I think chapter 8 out of 12 gives you the most shit. And then you can't even go back to the ship after 11, so... What chapter are we in now? We're in chapter 1, I think. Yeah, this is chapter 1. We're at the beginning. So for those of you who don't know, the last time I played this game, according to my Steam account, the old version of the game, was 2014. 12 years ago. And the year it came out was 2008, so I'd played probably pretty consistently from 2009 to 2014. So about 5 years. I grinded on this game once in a while pretty hard for about 5 years. And then stopped for 12 years. And now we're back. When are you going to do the Halo Let's Play? I'm going to do that when some of my other friends are available so that I can do the legendary campaign of Halo 1 on the hardest difficulty, but in co-op with a couple of friends. It may only be one friend for sure, but it will be long. It will be arduous. I did it before with him about 15 years ago, so it's very fitting that I do it again with him again. He is very funny, so we'll see how that works. See how that ends up going up. Yes, welcome. You made it. No, we did not start it yet. You're free to join. Yes. I'm waiting for a couple more people. We don't want to just randomly start playing, guys. There'd be 0 people watching. Yes, it's really funny. Everyone talks to me, but from different channels. So not everyone is even centralized in one location. Everybody is watching the same stream, but nobody is with anybody else. Nobody can hardly talk to anybody else. They're all watching on their own thing. To actually communicate with me, you have to use Discord and say hi. And if you're in one of the channels that I'm broadcasting, then you can watch it live for free. But if you're not, then you just have to watch it later in the channel. The super secret channel that no one knows about. You should just put it on easy and then beat it and then put it on hard. No, I don't want to do that. I'm not playing through this game over and over again. This is like a one-time thing. I haven't played it in 14 years. Oh my god. It's 2026. 2014 plus 2026. That's 12, right? Yeah, 12 years. I haven't played this game in 12 years. And after we beat it and go into Dead Space 2, we're not playing it again. For like a while, if ever. So once we beat it. So that's why we chose hard. So that I can slugfest it. Because I don't want to go through it like easily. I want to die a whole bunch. I want this game to destroy me. I don't know why I want that, but I just do. The way Markiplier played it was weird. He skipped a lot of stuff and he didn't read anything. So that's why I feel like I'm going to try and do a completionist view of it. Yes, I did watch his whole Let's Play. Except for the end. I didn't watch the end yet. I'm still on his part 11. But yeah, I did watch it because I kind of wanted to see, like, people were saying that this remaster is really bad. And I didn't want to believe them. So I didn't play the game for 2 years because this came out in 2023. This particular Dead Space. It came out in 2023. It was still in the Steam store for $79. And for whatever reason, it randomly came on sale, and it was randomly 90% off. So that's why I bought it. I bought it for 90% off. And it was like, I think it turned out to be $17 Canadian, $17 Canadian, 18 with tax, to get the deluxe pack, the DLC stuff. $14 for people who didn't want the DLC stuff. I justified the DLC stuff as a hardcore fan, so to me it was worth the extra $2. It wouldn't have been worth $70 plus. Yes, my friends, welcome. Yes. Oh, there you are. Oh, now you're starting to show up. Oh, I can feel you. I can feel you tickling the sensors. Your feelers. Your feelers are feeling it out. Everybody who's watching posthumously later, do you feel the tentacles feeling you out? Do you feel the lobster antenna coming out of your ears? Coming out of your ear holes? Are you tasting the air with your ear hole lobster antenna? Do you believe in the power of Slaanesh? Yes, it's true, brothers. I did it. I fucking did it. I finished the video. It's legendary. No one's ever going to see it. Nobody will have any idea what we're talking about when we say enter the world of the Slaaneshies. No one will know. It's super secret. But enter the world of Slaaneshies is here. And we finished it, and it's going to be so great. It's going to be biblical, guys. Just trust me on that. It's going to be biblical. Welcome, my friends. Yes, welcome. Are we just going to sit in the main menu forever while you smoke weed again? Come on. If you don't want to be a part of the beginning, then you just chop in later. That's what all the viewers on my YouTube channel that are not my friends are going to do. They're going to scan through the bar, and they're going to find where the gameplay starts, and that's when I have to be serious. Because this game is completely fucking fucked up. And I'm only in chapter 1. And this game has 12 chapters, and that's bad, especially since I crawl through everything. I am like a walking simulator, guys. Guys, if you could walk through the Death Stranding at walking speed the whole way, I would do it. I would literally do it. Should I do a Death Stranding Let's Play? I don't know if I should or not. See, that's the thing. I have mixed feelings, because on the one hand, right? On the one hand, I really like Kojima's work. I really like the art. I really like Norman Reedus. I thought Norman Reedus in The Walking Dead was so fucking amazing. He was so cool in that show, dude. And I didn't even finish the show. I didn't even finish the show past season fucking 9, I think, was where I left off due to extenuating circumstances. But yeah, he was amazing in that, and I love that. And yet something about it came across to me, because out of curiosity, I was super curious. Like, back in those days, it didn't take much to convince me to buy a game, right? Especially if it was even slightly multiplayer. And I was really hoping that it would be co-op. That Kojima would be smart enough to realize people don't want to play a video game by themselves, they want to play it with a friend. The way Dead Space 3 did it. I know people are going to hate me when I say that, but I liked that. I thought that was really cool, the way that multiplayer Dead Space in Dead Space 3 was. Dead Space 3 was cool. So, when I saw the Death Stranding, I saw the entire Let's Play of the Death Stranding by Jacksepticeye. I don't know why Mark didn't do one, but he didn't. I know he didn't because I looked for it. He might have done it years later and I missed it. I don't know. I'll probably check again. Did he do one? Let's see. I'm curious now. His channel is open right here. Let's see. Death Stranding? Nope. 3 Scary Games, Bigfoot. Nope. He never did one. I had a feeling he never did one. So, when I was trying to figure out what Death Stranding was, I noticed that he didn't even do one. I don't think MySkirm did one. I don't think Rubrik's Raptor did one. Like, of a lot of, like, IGP didn't do one. Like, a lot of the gaming channels that I watched didn't touch it. Like, it was one of these games I expected everyone to do. And then no one did it. Except Jacksepticeye. And so then I watched his entire Let's Play of Death Stranding. And he did a really good job hyping it up. He was like, I fucking love this game. I fucking love Kojima. I fucking love Norman Reedus and his amazing fetus. He did the whole bit. Like, he hook, line, and sinkered the whole way. But by the end of the Let's Play, I'm not going to say that he didn't feel amazed. It just didn't seem like he felt good. Like, it had a bad feeling. The end of that game doesn't give you a good feeling. It gives you a bad feeling. It's a bad taste in your mouth. It's kind of like, I hate to do this, it's kind of like movies, okay? You ever heard of movies where movies have shit endings and it ruins the rest of the movie for you in the audience? People are going to hate me when I say this, but I'm going to take Stephen King's The Mist. Do any of you remember any of you remember Stephen King's The Mist? The things that were in the mist, the things that slithered around, the things that skittered around, the things that flew around. Guys, that was a good movie. It was a really sick movie right up until the end. And then the ending happened. And the ending pissed everyone off so much that they hated all the rest of the movie. They even tried to retcon it with a really bad TV show that was really bad and just absolutely sucked ass. I would take that as an example of people taking something that's good and ruining it and giving a bad taste in your mouth. People wonder what makes a story give you a bad taste in your mouth, a taste that's bad. And people who are not Westerners are not going to understand, but it's a way of saying an ending that doesn't feel right. It's like a way of saying It's like a way of saying an ending that doesn't feel right. And people feel that about different stories. So, for example, for me, as a Stephen King fan, it was The Mist. For other people who preferred happy endings, it was Charlton Heston saying, "Soylent Green is made from people," as he's being dragged away by the doctors and the scientists that are about to turn him into more Soylent Green because it's just the story repeating itself. Some people like certain types of endings, and some people don't like other types of endings. In the 80s, for example, we were very famous for having happy endings. The 80s were huge on happy endings. Gremlins, happy ending. Critters, somehow, even though there seems to be an episode over and over and over again of Critters, every episode somehow ended with all the main characters being happy and doing well. Every time. Every time. Uh, take batteries not included. Uh, for those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, Gremlins. Okay, so bad example. A lot of people don't know what Gremlins is. Once upon a time, there are these Furbies. I shit you not. They are literally Furbies. As in, before Furbies were a thing. Remember when Furbies became a thing? Okay, but guess what? They weren't a thing yet. So these creatures, right? They're basically Furbies. Furbies are a copyright issue battle war with the 80s creature called the Mogwai. Okay, so these magical creatures, it's really bad. People are going to say this is racist, but basically this white man from white man from honky white town. For those of you who don't get that reference, go watch Stephen King's Thinner right now. The white man comes from white town and goes into Chinese town and talks to a Chinese man. So white man from white town goes to Chinese man in Chinese town. They do some shady dealings. The Chinese man is very poor. He's going to lose everything because he's very poor and he can't pay his taxes and his rent. And the white man is really desperate for a gift that will make the family happier and more lovely. And so he chooses to buy the Mogwai. And the Mogwai's name is Gizmo. And this creature, Gizmo, it's revealed, anytime you pour water on his back, he shits out a bunch of babies out of his back. He's literally like the rat creatures from Diablo 3. Do you remember the rat creatures from Diablo 3 where they have a seizure and all the holes and the holes that are filled with pus, they just shit out worms and rats and sometimes demons, but mostly at first it's rats. So it's like a big fat mommy rat that's pregnant on its back and it's shitting out fucking rats out of rat holes in spine. Yeah, that thing. It's literally that thing. So Gizmo is that, and he shits out a bunch of mogwai. But then it turns out that if he eats past midnight, he grows a Zerg cocoon and comes out as Diablo. It's literally Diablo, guys. Don't try and tell me it's anything other than Diablo. It's literally Diablo. And so every one of these little mogwai now becomes a little baby compy, Jurassic Park compy-sized Diablo, and they're running around and they're pure evil and they eat people and they go into showers and they go into sprinklers and they start fires to turn on sprinklers and then they get wet just like the mogwai, but instead of shitting out other mogwai out of their backs, they shit out more gremlins. And so these creatures, the gremlins, they take over this whole town. They basically eat this whole city basically, but they can't go in sunlight. And so that's where you get the meme, bright light, bright light. It's because Gizmo doesn't like light being pointed at him. So they learn that flashlights are their weakness. And they scream at you and they say, bright light, bright light. And then they all die eventually. But their goal was to try and reach the sea so that they could destroy the world. But then they don't make it. They get killed. They all die. And so that's the story of Gremlins. Okay? It's a happy ending. It's an example of a happy ending. Let's take another example. Aliens. Once upon a time, there's aliens. Long story short, Ripley saves the little girl, almost saves Hicks completely not melted, and she saves the android, and she kills the queen, and she calls the queen a bitch, and then she slaps the queen with a loader. It's really famous. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. All these stories, these science fiction horror stories, you could argue that Aliens 2 is an example of a science fiction horror story. It's everyone dies basically, except for the very ending, the very core characters, where Ripley saves everyone. People liked that. People like happy endings. Happy endings are an 80s thing. It didn't matter whether you were talking about Batteries Not Included or fucking Gremlins or Aliens. Even to a certain extent, Predator. Think about it. Arnold Schwarzenegger lives. He gets to the chopper. He says to the girl, "Get to the chopper." And then he has an epic duel with the Predator. And he fucking kills the Predator. Well, he doesn't kill the Predator. He defeats the Predator fairly in battle. Mercifully, the Predator's still alive, and it decides to turn on its wrist nuke, and it laughs at him, and then he has to run away from the Predator. He gets to the chopper. He gets his girl. The chopper flies away. Again, you could argue that Predator has a happy ending. Okay, so happy endings are like this thing. All right, and they originated after Hitchcock because Hitchcock never did happy endings. Hitchcock, with the birds, with the necktie strangler. I don't remember what that one was called. I think it was called Frenzy. Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock's Frenzy. Oh my God. Okay, so we're getting really old to movies now. Yes, we're still waiting for one person, guys. It's the potato. We're waiting for the potato to finish rebooting. Frenzy. Once upon a time, Alfred Hitchcock. Everyone knows the name Alfred Hitchcock from Psycho, which is the movie with the murder in the shower and the kitchen knife and the screaming and the violin strings. You hear violin strings in this game, right? Do you know where they come from? They come from Alfred Hitchcock. The strings in this game, Dead Space, are literally the same strings from Psycho. I mean, so telling me it's not relevant. Anyway, so in Frenzy, there's this crazy fucking piece of shit, and he's going around and he rapes women, and the women are all like, "Oh no, we're being raped," and then after he rapes them, he takes off his necktie and he strangles them to death with it and throws them in the river. So there's this horrifying scene. Basically, it's a scene that actually almost got it banned throughout the whole country of America, where a naked woman is floating down the river. And it was so shocking to people of that time in theaters that when they saw it, a lot of people just walked out of the theater. It was similar to those moments in The Exorcist when she walks up the stairs backwards, and the people were just so freaked out by it that they left, that they just abruptly left the theater. It was one of those things. That generation of people, they were less desensitized to extreme violence. They were desensitized. They were not desensitized to that kind of thing. So when they see this naked woman floating down the strip river, it was at that time anyway. It was considered almost equal in how horrifying it was to the people that had seen it. And so people watched Frenzy and left within the first 5 minutes of the film playing because it just begins with a bunch of people like saying, "Look, oh my God, it's a dead woman." And then it's just a woman with her tits, right? She's still wearing her underwear and whatever, but she's naked floating down the... I think she has her underwear. She might not. She might be totally nude. But anyway, so she's dead, right? And it turns out there's this policeman, and he's trying to find whoever is killing all these women because he's the necktie killer. And the necktie killer, it turns out to be this really obscure guy that is basically like a prostitute addict, and he goes around and he kills all these prostitutes. It's really fucked up. But long story short, without making you watch the entirety of Frenzy, it's about a guy who's in the press. He's like always taking pictures for the press. And so he's picturing these women, and he's leaking the pictures of these women to the press. So not only is he also, it's kind of complicated, but basically first he's raping them, then he's killing them with his necktie, then he's taking pictures of them, then he's taking pictures of them in public for the press, and in the very end he ends up getting caught by the constable and defeated, right? And it's kind of a happy ending, sort of, because he saves the last woman before she gets strangled. So that's your happy ending. It's like, oh, he strangled like 8 women, but he didn't get the 9th. So that's their happy ending. That was what they in the 70s. That's what Hitchcock called a happy ending. There were other characters from other stories, but long story short, happy endings are this thing that mostly did not exist in the 70s and did not exist in the 80s. that much. But they started to show up in the late 80s. And that's what some people think that this game has. This game has an unhappy ending. This series has an unhappy ending, and people felt dirted by the third game, by the storyline of the third game. But I didn't. So I'm approaching this from a nostalgia point of view. This is a game that came out when I was pretty young. And I think it came out for PC first, or PlayStation first, I mean. But anyway, so that's the story of this game. It's got the musical strings of Alfred Hitchcock and the Birds. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, yeah, so another movie that Hitchcock's famous for, in case you're ever curious, it's called The Birds. It's about birds that go crazy and peck everybody's eyes out and scratch everybody's throats out and plow into windows in order to open up the windows so that the hordes of birds can come flying through the windows. They come flying at the windshield to crack the windshield open, which is a scene that is referenced later in another movie that most of you probably never heard of called Jumanji, where the people are stuck in the car and the mosquito is trying to poke the proboscis through the windshield, and Robin Williams' character, he's all like, it's okay, they can't get us in here, and then they start poking through the windshield, and so the mosquito is like stabbing the windshield with its proboscis, and it's going through the windshield, and Robin Williams, like, big happy smile, like, just immediately begins to vanish. It's one of these memes that they use for GIFs to do with Robin Williams. It's really famous. Yes, the String Me Up Robin Williams. Yes, that one. Depressing that was. Anyway, so Jumanji makes fun of the birds. That's the scene, anyway, that they're making fun of. They're making fun of the birds. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. But in Jumanji. Any scene that has like a creature coming up to the windshield and like trying to poke through the windshield, that's all making fun of the birds. The birds did that first, with the bird that lands on the deck and then just starts pecking at the windshield, and it goes peck, 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 peck. It's pretty insane, to be honest. It's actually kind of a scary movie. Yeah, they're like flying around. They're like tearing out the tires. They're like face planting their beaks into the tires and shit. It's fucking hilarious, man. The Birds. Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. Do we have enough people here? Yeah, I guess we got enough people here. Most non-normal people are gonna like skip ahead, you know, to the gameplay. Or has he arrived? Let me look. You're here? Okay, good. Because this is a request for you. Yeah, we started smoking another joint, guys. This is like a 3-joint game, guys. This is like 3-joint game. I have to drink some mud shake. Shoutouts to the brothers who joined me in the mud shakes. This is one of those games. It's kind of like my Aliens Let's Play. It's kind of like my Cursed Island. Or no, what's it called? Forest. The Forest. Sons of the Forest. It's kind of like my Cursed Sons of the Forest Let's Play. Nope. That Let's Play will never see the light of day. Not ever. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna put this joint out. This is good. This is a good amount. 1.5 joints is good. You feel good after that. Okay. Take a seat. And behold the disgusting nonsense that I have done to this character. Okay. 78 nodes. Yeah, that's the one I'm wearing. Yeah, so I'm wearing that DLC stuff. Alright, I feel good. Seems they have vanished. Alright. Alrighty, guys. That's right, brothers. I'm not using that hack either. Not the invulnerability. Oh yeah. Oh, it's F, eh?
Gotta hold the line. They all came back.
Damn.
Lifting station lockdown.
Does she have loot? I was kind of hoping she did. You won't come back, lady. We salute you. We should have just tried to apply some green gel. Got ourselves a machine gunner. Yeah, there's only one way here, and they're both locked. No, they're not locked. I have a tram car now. Oh, I have to use arrow keys? What the fuck? Holy shit, guys. Yeah. Yeah, it wants us to go in there, so we'll go in there.
Isaac, have you heard from Daniels? We were attacked. She ran the other way.
No, nothing. Medical's a slaughterhouse. They barricaded access to the morgue.
The morgue?
Level 2
Yeah.
security clearance
But the barricade was
required.
put together in a hurry. A hydrazine tank might blow it open. Just need a detonator, like maybe a shock pad. Nicole could be through there if...
Isaac. The one who attacked us. I swear to God it was Chen. But... I saw him die. If they barricaded the morgue, maybe it was to keep something in.
Yeah, it does look pretty different, doesn't it, guys? It does look pretty different. Looks better. Okay.
Hazardous anomaly detected. Quarantine activated. Quarantine lifted.
Ben, what in God's name is happening down there?
Precisely that. God's work.
How can you say that? These deaths at the colony, the paranoia, the hallucinations. You wanted a scientific analysis? Cause and effect? Well, it all began after they raised the marker.
What are you so worried about? The marker is divine. We know this. Look, it'll be on board tomorrow. You can study it then. Put your mind at ease.
At ease? People are dying. How can that be the transformation the teachings promise?
We're witnessing a new beginning. Terrence, for unitology, for humanity. Of course our faith is being tested. Everything is about to change.
That's what worries me. And recording. Seal entry.
Huh. You know, it's been so long, I've forgotten all this lore. I have no idea.
Nicole? It's me.
Personal log, Dr. Nicole Brennan. With medication and zero-G therapy, patient Harris is showing improvements. If this continues, there might be hope for the others on Aegis 7. However, Dr. Mercer continues to interfere. He claims Harris's delusions are religiously significant. If I have to make a complaint, I will. I'm not losing my patient over unitology bullshit. Not again.
Tracking rig signal. Dr. Nicole Brennan. Rig location? Inconclusive. Manual rig tracking is available.
Yeah, that's Dr. Brennan's office. Yeah, that's, yeah.
La politique de la CEC interdit la possession de membres clonés en dehors du pôle médical. Les donneurs ne sont pas dispensés.
Daniels isn't answering her rig link. What's your status? Did you find Nicole?
Her office is empty. No sign of her. But I found a shock pad I could use on the barricade. You just need a hydrazine tank.
Hurry, Isaac. I don't like what I'm hearing out there.
I like saving. Okay guys, we gotta take a breather here. We gotta smoke some weed. This is bad. This is already showing how bad, how rusty I am, and how throwing this on hard, even with high cache, high supplies, high nodes, still shows how my inventory limitation of the space is gonna kill me at some point. It's basically guaranteed. Yes, brothers, it's true, I'm gonna die. There's this, what is dead may never die. Let's do this, brothers. Let's do this. Yeah, we're gonna get Nicole. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. She's totally not the final boss in the second game. Oh, brothers, this is so bad. Let's put this out. We only needed a little. We only needed a little. Yes, it's true. Oh man, it's been too long. I don't know this place anymore. His face looks more like a necromorph.
Les rapports sur les personnes disparues sont actuellement en suspens. Veuillez réessayer.
I wondered if that would work. It's worth a try.
Level 2 security clearance required.
I'm so lost. God.
Entering vacuum. Entering zero gravity. Exiting vacuum. Exiting zero gravity.
Still holding this position. What's happening there?
I found some hydrazine that should work on the barricade. I'm heading back there now.
Be careful with that hydrazine. I'm not losing anyone else.
CEC policy forbids possessing the cloaked bodyguard outside the medical deck.
Entering zero gravity.
What the hell? It shut the whole ship. I'll check it out.
Entering vacuum.
remember doing this here. Am I crazy? Or is this different? I just don't know. It's been too long. Can we go out into space? It's not gonna let us do that.
Exiting vacuum.
God. Took one step out of the captain's nest and Chen, or that thing, he almost got me.
You okay?
I trapped him in a damaged escape pod. He's snarling like, this is fucked up. Hurry, Isaac.
Exiting zero gravity.
Whew. Getting lost. This is good. I feel better now. I like saving. Never mind this open hand slot.
Remember, when you reach the morgue, find Captain Mathias' body. Get his rig codes, and the computer's all ours.
Plasma corrector, would you say? Shit. Who has it? sworn it was near here. The tram station? Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're right. No, you're wrong. Maybe you're right.
Flight deck tram control.
I don't feel safe here.
Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
I feel safer here. This is home to me now. Okay. Alright. We're gonna do it.
Medical.
We're gonna go to medical, we're gonna smoke some weed.
Now arriving at medical.
That's right, brothers. I'm gonna die of a heart attack if I don't take breaks. Oh, my lungs are gray, brothers. This joint's cooking me, brothers. It's cooking me. Holy jeez, brothers. Sure I am getting thirsty. It sure is a good thing I got this here vodka milkshake. A vodka mud shake. It's chocolate milk crossed with booze. Oh, brothers. Rejoice. Rejoice in the coming of the enter the world of the Slaneshies. That's right, brothers. We're gonna do this. We're gonna beat Dead Space with hacks, cause we're pieces of shit. I just really couldn't let go of my 5 years of farming. It just hurt me too much. I didn't give myself more than I had. I only gave myself what I had. Consider it a harvesting loot from my old Let's Play. Mine is having all the upgrades to all the guns, which I did have, and then some. So that's how I justify it. Some people are going to say, oh, you're playing with hacks. It's like, oh, okay, fine. See it that way. I had 5 years of looting on Dead Space 1 originally, before 2 came out, and I kind of abandoned 1. 200k in the bank. Every kind of ammo available that you could dream of. Basically, I was playing the game by like stasising and then melee hitting them. It's a really cheap way of doing it because the stasis packs are everywhere. So you basically put all the ammo away. If you want to farm Dead Space to prepare it for a hardcore run, this is how you do it. You set it to the easiest difficulty. You put all your nodes just into upgrading your stasis and your kinesis. You stasis them, you melee them, you take one of their limbs, you throw it at them, you take one of their limbs, you throw it at another, wash, rinse, repeat. Harvest all the loot that you can, save it up, beat the game, beat the creature at the last end of the game, repeat. When it asks, do you want to play again? You say yes. It asks you what difficulty you want to set it to. You tell it to set it to easy. And you keep doing that. And each time you beat the game, you keep your loot, you keep your money, you keep your upgraded weapons, your upgraded suits. And you control the difficulty in the playthrough. And finally, when you feel you're ready, that's when you click the button that says hardcore mode. That's how you're supposed to do it. I had 5 years of loot prepared to even try, and I never tried. That's right, brothers, we gotta smoke at least half a joint here. This is a scary game. This game is scarier than shit. Holy shit, guys, I'd forgotten. I had blissfully forgotten. Kind of like the way when people leave the town and they lose their memory of all the bad things that happened to them in it. I played this game when I was like a teenager, bros. 16 years ago, I was probably like 15 or something, or 14. Or no, this game came out 2008. And I was born in 92, so what does that mean? It means I was barely 16 when this game came out. I'm 33 now, yeah, so about 16. That's when this game came out. In 2008, during the 2008 economic crisis that everybody's forgotten about and nobody knows anything about. And nobody knows anything about why it happened. It had absolutely nothing to do with $24 billion spent on Olympics, Winter Olympics that didn't have any snow, where they were helicoptering in snow and they were blowing snow making machines, and the snowmaking machines' snow was all melting faster than the snowmaking machines could make it, so they just looked like little fucking snow blowers. Didn't even look real. They ended up putting out white foam. They were quote unquote softening it with white foam. People were questioning whether it was safe to breathe this white foam. People left. It was the stupidest Olympics ever. Nobody remembers them. They were called the Winter Olympics. The Winter Olympics of Vancouver. They were the stupidest things ever. Costed us so much money in security and infrastructure and all this other stuff, and it didn't do anything. It was so bad. It was legendary. Legendarily stupid. Oh, they want me to go this way, hey? Yeah, I guess I did come here for the store, didn't I? I don't remember. I guess I'm fine. I guess I'm fine. Why are there flies? shouldn't be flies. The implications of that are really bad. Oh man, so I'll take a safer time to read these. Oh man.
Loop and transmit to all personnel. This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help. Look at his wounds. We can't handle so many trauma cases, and the command crew won't tell us what's happening. Seizing. Maybe I have some PHP left.
God, how could I have forgotten about power cells? I literally forgot about power cells.
Security clearance required. Level 2 security clearance required. Security clearance required.
I have no memory of this place. somehow I've missed a battery. Is there one somewhere else? And I'm expected to drag it? Maybe I'm overthinking this.
Transmit all personnel. This is Senior Medical Officer Nicole Brennan. Medical is overwhelmed. We need help. Look at his wounds. We can't handle so many trauma cases, and the command
Security clearance required.
Oh.
Medical log, Dr. Nicole Brennan. So much for being paranoid. I repurposed this room to run counseling sessions without unitologists interfering. Now it's the only place I feel safe. I recovered a limb after yesterday's attack. Genetically, it's human tissue with bizarre mutations. But it's just a sample. It's not enough to figure out a cure. I need... Wait, where's that report from engineering? Here. The engineers pulled something out of machinery. Limbs missing, torso intact. Okay. Time for a real autopsy.
so I left with the warrant. I just got the latest report from Aegis 7. The situation's worse than Captain Matthias will admit. 40% of the colony's population is now showing symptoms. Depression, hallucinations, more violence. People are dying down there. I know it's linked to the marker somehow, but I just don't have enough data. Mercer, maybe I was wrong. We need answers by any means possible. That patient, Brent Harris, might be our last hope.
Security request retrieved.
You left me. I woke in the dark with them scratching in the walls. Scratching like rats. And you all locked me in with them. Fuckers. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out. I'll cut them out.
I'd forgotten about that. Was I that close to tripping it, do you think? It's a good thing that didn't get sucked out into space. There was just guts in there. There wasn't anything else. Oh man.
Isaac, what's your status? Do you have the captain's rig?
Fuck me! Ugh. Transmitting codes now. I saw it, Hammond. A flying one turned the captain's body into another one of those things. The same must have happened to Chen.
God. Maybe the command computer has something. Where's Daniels when you need her? Head back to the security checkpoint. It's safer there. At least I can upgrade your clearance.
I could have sworn I missed one. It was gonna run after everything in here.
Clearance confirmed.
Isaac,
I'm here. What the hell's happening?
the computer says the Ishimura's engines are offline. We're on a decaying orbit toward Aegis 7.
Oh god. I have to get to engineering.
There's no time. That tram station's offline. Unless... Here. Head back to the flight deck. I'll guide you from there. If this damage report's right, there's a shortcut to engineering.
Clearance confirmed. Clearance confirmed.
Oh no. This box is cursed. I like saving.
flight deck tram control. Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it, but I decided against it.
Security recording retrieved.
Isaac, this damage report says there's a broken cargo lift just beyond the hangar doors. I'll open them now.
Entering zero gravity.
You'll need your thrusters to reach it, but that lift shaft should take you straight down to engineering.
Did we used to be able to go over here?
Exiting zero gravity. Exiting vacuum. Clearance confirmed. Warning. Orbital position compromised. Correct course immediately. Station now accessible. Thank you for your patience.
Engineering log. Acting Chief Engineer Jacob Temple reporting. Christ, still can't believe the Chief is gone. It's all fallen apart since the Captain died. Everyone down here is on their last nerve. We thought the rioting was the worst of it. Till those things came through the vents. Their faces. Fuck, those were my lunch buddies, Liz's friends, old boyfriends. And out of nowhere, the engines are screwed. Primary's laboring, we're hemorrhaging fuel. Fuck if I know why. I'm taking Danvers to the fuel depot to fix it. Gotta keep the team focused or we'll crack. Temple out.
As you can see, things are already not going well. Okay.
deck tram control.
See, this is what I wanted.
Now arriving at flight deck tram control.
This is what I wanted for Kronos the New Dawn. Was to be able to move the trains like this. Wait a minute. At long last. Behold.
Mining engineering. Now arriving at mining engineering. Check station when departing.
Seeing you in the control room. Any news on the engines?
Yeah, but it makes no sense. They're out of fuel. The centrifuge is offline. We're tethered to a 4 trillion ton payload. Without the engines, it's dragging us down to the planet.
Can you handle it alone?
Sure. Fix the centrifuge, get the fuel running, then do a full restart. But you'll need to stabilize our orbit from there.
Standing by. Fast as you can, Isaac.
Man, we are just Isaac Clarke is just a goddamn Superman. I have no memory of this gun.
Security request retrieved.
We need help down in engineering! Danvers, get those wires up! Come out! I don't want to! I don't want to! Right, Henderson, your teeth! He's pulling his teeth out! Just hold it! Where the fuck is security? Oh God! He's dead! No, he's alive, but he hit that thing pretty hard. His own teeth! Chief, what the hell is happening? I don't know. Cancel security request. Henderson needs the medical bay. And a shrink.
Autopsy report, Dr. Nicole Brennan. Rig identified the subject was junior engineer David Swenson. The subject was dismembered after falling into machinery, allowing... God. So sorry. Postmortem spasms. The chest contains a yellow bile seen in other specimens. I've seen this bile react to dead or bioprosthetic cells. The dead tissue is absorbed, recombined, then reanimated. The bile shares genetic markers with human DNA and a growth on the walls. It's all connected to the marker from ages 7, but how? Dr. Kine studied the marker. Dr. Kine has vanished. Unless he's with the survivors on the mining deck. You'll rest easy now, David. I promise. End log.
Warning. Fuel reserves depleted. Main engines offline.
I don't know what that is.
Last valve done, Chief. Progress report filed by Jacob Temple. The engine problems aren't a malfunction. Someone shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves to hell and back. We just wasted an hour fixing them. Now we need to restart the south refueling station, but some jackass turned off the power and locked up the circuit breaker. No engines? We're gonna hit planetfall soon. What now? There's gotta be someone around here hiding their access card. Ghost. Did you hear that? Never go!
That's it, brothers. We're gonna die of a heart attack if we do any more. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this series. This series is a scary series. And I will see you all in the next one, my friends. And you all have yourselves a good night. And you all have a good night too. Yes, that's right. It's sleepy times. I know you think you can just abruptly end like that. Think you can just leave. You think you can just enter the space that's dead and just leave. No. No, you can't. Once you're here, you're here to stay. For as long as you can. And while I do have 4 more joints sitting here waiting, you will all just have to wait until the next one comes out. That's right. You're stuck waiting. You're stuck waiting. What will happen to Isaac Clarke? Will he get to squeeze his squeeze? Or is this squeeze already squeezed out? Who knows? And we will see you all later. Yes, that's right, brothers. It's time to go to sleep. Sleepy time, brothers. Sleepy time. It's sleepy time, friends. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Shh. Shh. Don't listen to the whispers. Don't let the whispers get into your ears. What did you forget about what I said earlier? Do you have lobster antenna popping out of your ear holes yet? Do you have lobster antenna popping out of your ear holes yet? Or are they popping out of your nose holes instead? Be sure to let me know in the comments below whether the lobster antenna are feeling their way out through. Maybe they're coming out your tear ducts. Maybe you're like that weird guy that had pubes coming like out of his eyelids. Do you guys remember that? That was years ago. People were like, "Oh, it's fake. It's made up." It was not fake, man. You could tell. You could just tell it was not fake. He literally had pubes coming out of his tear ducts. It was fucking like, what the fuck is this? Anyways, guys, guys, it was real. It was real, guys. No, don't try and tell me it wasn't real. It was real. He was blessed by Nurgle. He was an individual. He was like the half man, half tree documentary, where that guy was blessed by Nurgle too. That's right, brothers. Tell me what Chaos God has blessed you, and why are we seeing so much meat? This game has so much meat in it. Oh my God, guys! It's meat everywhere. It's just fleshy and splooshy and just. It's fucking everywhere, guys. Holy shit. Holy shit, brothers. This game is... Holy shit.